So another lecture on functions. In the previous video we saw how to make user defined functions and how to pass arguments in the parameters of function. So in this video we will be further looking into functions. So these are the contents of today's lecture. We will see how to return values in a function, and we will be passing dictionary as an argument to a function, and we will also be passing the list to a function as an argument, and we will see how to pass an arbitrary number of arguments. So let's move forward. So first we will see how to return a value from a function. So let's quickly make the function first. Def full name. We will pass the two arguments, the first and last name. And what will this function do? It will concatenate the first and last name and it will return the full name. So full name is equal to first plus space plus last, and just return the full name by using the keyword return full name. And now what I'm gonna do, we have seen in the previous lecture that function won't work unless we call this function. So let's call this function by its name, full name. But this time it will not it's not going to give us any output because we are returning the value, we are not printing the value. So we have to use the print statement here, or what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna store the value what this function is returning. I'm gonna store it like full name is equal to calling this function and giving the arguments first, let's say thug codes, and now print full name value. So this will return the full name, and by calling this function the return value will be stored in this variable and we are just printing whatever the value is stored. So let's save the file and run this program. Okay, so we got the output, and this is the concatenation of the first and last name. So this is how we can return the values. We can also use directly print we should remove this. Now run this program and the output is same. So these are two methods how we can print the return value, but we won't get the output unless we use the print statement. And another thing I want to tell here that there is a function called title. So what it does, first we will see by running the program. Okay, so we got the output. You can see the difference that here the first character of each word is uppercase and the remaining letters are in the lowercase. So what this function does actually, in .title function basically convert the first character of each word into uppercase and keep the remaining letters of the word into the lowercase. So this function is pretty useful when we are going to print the names. So here we are printing the full name, so that's why I use the .title function. So let's see how we can pass the dictionary into the function argument. Let's make another function. I'm just gonna remove this and make another function for dictionary. Dict full name. So again I'm gonna use the first and last name, which I will be storing into the dictionary into key value pair. So I'm gonna make the dictionary by using the again full name is equal to first, which is key, and its value is whatever the value we give into the first argument, and another key which is the last, and its value is the last variable. And now return the dictionary. So now I'm calling the function, I'm repeating the same process which we did in the previous function. Let's say we call it func is equal to dict full name John Henry. Oops, keep it in the string, and now print the function. So let's save the file and run this. Okay, so we got the dictionary. So this is how we can pass the dictionary into the function and get the dictionary as a return value. So this is the dictionary, and now let's see how we can pass the list into the function. Okay, so I'm gonna make another function by using the same name again, but now this time I'm going to use the list. I'm going to pass the list into function. Let's make function from the scratch. Let's call it the greet users and names. Let's say names is our list, and for name in names, just print all the names in the list. And also we have to greet the people, so print hello plus name. Okay, and now pass the list as a parameter. Users, let's say first user is Hannah, second is Alice, and third is Ali. Greet users, and now pass this list into the function users. So what will this function do? Basically we are passing the list here. The list contains 3 names, Hannah, Alice, Ali, and this function will just simply print all the names by greeting them like hello plus name. So let's save this file and run this program on the command prompt. Okay, so hello Hannah, hello Alice, hello Ali. So this is how we can pass the list as an argument to the function, and we can also return the whole list. Well, we are going to modify the list into the function. Let's say we got 2 other names. Name is John, name 1 is, we can simply, without storing the values, we can simply append these names into the list by using users. We are using the names as a list name, names dot add append John, names dot append Alicia, and now return the updated list. Okay, so and now obviously I have to use the print statement because I'm returning the value. And now save the file and run this program. Okay, so we got the updated list, Hannah, Alice, Ali, and we got the 2 new users which are John and Alicia. So this is how we can use the list as an argument to the function, and this is how we can return the list. Okay, so now we'll see how to pass 3 number of arguments. Sometimes you won't know how many arguments a function will need to accept. So Python allows you to collect an arbitrary number of arguments into one parameter using the star operator. So let's see how can we do that. Def uh, let's see, make a function like make cake, and obviously when we are going to make a cake we have to make some consideration what size of cake it would be and what flavor, what toppings. So let's see, first argument is size, second is, let's see, flavors. It could be one, it could be many, so we don't know how many flavors we are going to add in this cake. So I'm using the star operator for arbitrary number of arguments. So let's make the cake and print. I'm just going to print the size of cake is size, and what are the flavors, or what is the flavor. It all depends upon the number of arguments. So the flavor or flavors are or is flavor, and I'm gonna pass the arguments make cake size, let's say large, and flavor strawberry. So we are passing the one argument here, but we can pass many arguments here. Let's pass the arguments again. Make cake, this time medium size, and let's see, vanilla, and add another flavor, so vanilla and chocolate. We can add another flavor, add many arguments as you want, because we are using the star operator, and it doesn't matter how many you are adding, it will simply keep it arbitrary number of arguments. So let's see, caramel. Okay, these number of the arguments we are passing, and keep it in mind that always keep the arbitrary operator as the last in the function definition. I'm again repeating, a parameter that accepts an arbitrary number of arguments must come last in the function definition. First we are passing the size, and at last we are passing the arbitrary number of parameters in the function. So let's run this program and see what this function does. Okay, we got the error here, basically concatenation error. Okay, simply use the comma here, because we are passing different number of arguments, so here it is taking it as a tuple. We will study in a future lecture what is the tuple basically. So here for now I cannot use the plus operator, I am using the comma operator because we cannot concatenate the string into tuple. So let's save this file and run this program again. Okay, so the size of cake is large, the flavor is strawberry, the size of cake is medium, and the flavors are vanilla, chocolate, and caramel. So basically there are arbitrary number of arguments, so it is taking it as a tuple, like in a small bracket it is adding all the arguments, and it always use the comma when we give the one argument only, because it's always ready to take many arguments as much as you want. So this is how we can add the arbitrary number of arguments in a function. So that's it for this video.